Welcome back to the show, everybody. Wow. Like, this is not how I was expecting this day to go. Not at all. I didn't expect to hit that text message to see that one of the greatest and prolific creators of this or any other time has finally gone on to a better place. That I know you didn't heard by now, man. Stan Lee is no longer with us, and that kind of pushed me back, like when I first heard that news. Because if you watching me, you either have been inspired by his creations and co-creations or been inspired by someone who has. That's how big of an impact that Stan Lee had on the world that he lived in. That man was a pioneer for change, and he did it in a way that made you think, that made you look outside of the box and know the things that will live forever, long after we all gone. They may forget a lot of us, but I don't think they're going to be forgetting one Stanley. I don't think so. I'm like, for real, like, I'm still in shock. Like, it's like I was thinking about this before I hit the mic, and I'm like, yo, this can't be real. This, like, for real, like I said, like, yo, I really legitimately thought that this would be a man who would outlive us all, because at 95 he was still doing this thing. Like, I've heard things about, you know what I'm saying, the couple weeks leading up to the day and all that stuff, but regardless of all that, we lost a great human being today. An inspirational human being who was all about trying to inspire change in the best and indeed worst of us by telling stories and help telling stories in a way that made you use your noodle, use this right here, to make you want to use this right here to be a better person. And regardless of how you feel about the man one way or the other, you can't take away his cultural impact. Like, especially in the last couple of years, especially with him cameoing and everything. Marvel, like, you can't turn around, because Marvel indeed is synonymous with Stan Lee, and that's true. But like everything, he ain't everything. Like, Stan Lee is the master of the cameo, and that's one of the reasons that he's going to live on, because of every time he just making dumb cameos. Just sit up here thinking about some of the stuff like Tony Stank. Yo, that was some of the, like, I laughed so hard. Like, Tony, like, is there a Tony Stank here? And I'm just like, I'm like, yo, I heard he in a Spider-Man joint, like the new Spider-Man game. Like, you ain't gonna be able to scrub this man from the books. I'm sorry, but again, like I said, if you watching this, you have either been directly inspired by this man or indirectly inspired by somebody who was inspired by this man. You looking at somebody who has been directly inspired by this man's creations to want to not only create but be a better person because of experience the stories of the characters that he's helped create and co-create. This world ain't gonna be the same without him. I'm not even gonna lie. But like I say, that name gonna ring synonymously forever. You ain't gotta worry about that. But again, like I say, it's sombering to really think about that. It's not even a thing of putting mortality in perspective or anything weird like that. It's just more of understanding that, yo, he not here no more. But that's okay too. Because again, like I say, his creations and the things and the people he has inspired in every way you can inspire another human being will live on forevermore. That as we go through our circles and do things like that, Stanley creations and co-creations are going to live on longer than we are, and they're going to inspire generation after generation. That's one hell of a thing to know, that even long after you gone, what you put your hands on will inspire generations to come. It's like that man was a force for change, and he did it because, like I said, making you use your noodle and making you want to spread your heart, are the lessons that we've learned through the characters that he's been involved with. Again, still sobering. Still sobering to hear about, but had to get on the mic and say something, man, about a legend. Stan Lee, you will be missed. It's gonna be weird not watching a movie that I actually watched without you just randomly appearing in it. That's gonna be the crazy part, to be like, there's no Stan Lee in this movie. It's kind of weird. Yeah, something stripperella, but don't worry about that. But look, we got more show for you. Sit back, relax, stay tuned. You know I am. I'm the one and only triple G.O.D, aka Yo Uncle Triple. You know we got what you need, and we'll have more for you right after these commercial messages. Oh! You thought I was going to do that thing? Nah, not today. There's only one way that I can end this. Excelsior! More show after these commercials.